So everything is an appearance. Everything is an appearance. Nothing is real. Nothing is solid. And there's no one. So there's also nothing happening to someone. There's only one. When there's only one, there's only talking, chairs, bodies, streets, and nothing is happening to someone. There's no center. There's no separation. There's nothing separate. It's already one. Nothing is separate. It's the moving, the hand. It's not even the moving. It's the hand. It's a face. It can be feelings. Not happening to someone or for someone. It's only what's apparently is happening. Even feelings are not real. They're apparently real. This is so out of the normal way of talking and seeing things, has nothing to do with the story. When there's a story and I'm here and this is my life and my decision and this is how I see things and understand things, that's complete. That can be, most people are in that story of circumstances and the world and other people and it's happening to me. And this is completely out of the story. It's another possibility. It has nothing to do with the story. The story is part of me. When there's me, where there seems to be me, then there's the story. There's no one. There's no one. There's nothing inside. It's an assumption. It's like we are so sure that there's someone and I'm taking a decision, I'm doing this or that, or it's happening to me and she's not nice to me, something like that. There's only what's apparently is happening. There's no time. When there's me, there seems to be time and distance. And this is one. So there's no time, there's no distance. It's crazy. It's completely not understandable. It has nothing to do with understanding. It doesn't need to be understood. Life is apparently happening in all kinds of ways and seems like streets and cars and feelings and tables and bodies. It's going nowhere. It's going nowhere. It's what it is. That's it. No meaning, no purpose, no. This meaning doesn't have any purpose. It doesn't matter if you follow this or you understand it. It doesn't matter. It's going nowhere. There can be talking. There's talking. That's it. There's no need to understand. There can be an understanding, then that's what's happening. Nothing is needed. It's already what's happening. That's the freedom or the joy. It's already what's happening. There's no need to change. Change can happen. There seems to be change. But it's happening by itself. It's life. Like that. There's no need to heal anything. Healing is part of the story. When there's a story, when there's me, there seems to be suddenly there's separation. I'm here and the world and circumstances and other people are there. And then there's right and wrong. Suddenly there's right and wrong, and I can do it not. I'm not doing the right thing. How can I do something so that I will be loved? What can I do so that everything is going my way? Something like that. There's always something going on about that. Because there's something lost. There seems to be something lost when there's I'm here and there's a world and other people. And there seems to be right and wrong, and there's something missing. There's something not like it seems to be like before. And there can be a dissatisfaction. There can be something going on. It's not, and there can be a lot of searching for love, for thinking, oh, when I meet the right person, or all kind of ways to make it right, to heal or to do something that you have enough money and then it will be all right. And all kind of ways seems to be there and a lot of ideas about how to do it. That's the way normally it's going. And then suddenly there's another possibility. There seems to be another possibility in this message, you could say, in this saying, that it's already what's happening. It's not happening to someone. There is no one. There is no one. There's nothing inside. There's nothing inside. There's no outside also. It's this. It's that room. That's everything. There's nothing outside. We assume that there's outside and have ideas about streets and worlds, what's going on there. It's information and knowing, but it's only this. That's what's apparently is happening. Tables, chairs, maybe a feeling sitting. It's very simple and tiny. It's not special. It's what it is. So this meeting is also going nowhere. There's no need to heal. There's no need to understand. There's no need to hear this because it's already what's going on. It's already what's happening. And if it's not seen that it's an appearance, then that's what's happening. So what? It doesn't, nothing matters. Because that what's happening is already it. It hasn't anything to do with you. It's what's going on. Feelings can be there. Feelings are not mine or yours. Feelings are happening in space. The body is not the border. There's no border. Seems like with your eyes you can see that there's a border from the body and then this is the end of the body and there's starting something else. We see everything. When there's me, it seems like everything is with borders and distance. There are no borders. There's no distance. It's one. This is not about understanding. You could say in the story it's about loss. It's a loss of all those concepts and beliefs about assuming this and believing that. And it can be so embodied and so not even questions. And then suddenly in these meetings, it is questions. It's not suggested in that it's something else. So that can happen, that there's a loss of concepts. And then suddenly it's like, oh, there's something else. It's this. And it's so normal and ordinary, you can't even tell. That's amazing that it's just so ordinary, normal, and you can't tell. Doesn't need to. Just life, everything seems to be going on. There's nothing special happening. So there's also no special happening like, oh, I'm waiting for that me to be gone or lost or something like that. There's already no me. So there's nothing to do or lose. It's already complete as it is. Doesn't mean it's nice or happy or all that. It's what it is. It doesn't mean you have to know what's going on. That's what's normally done, that you look at what's going on and yourself and, oh, how does this happen and how can I do this and how can I deal with that? There's no need to deal with anything. There's no one. So there's feelings maybe. You don't need to know what it is. It can be feelings. It's not for you. It's not in you. There can be feelings like that. And also there can be flies. Well, that's the same. Nothing is more important than anything else. There's only when there's me and this is my life and I'm here and I have to live my life. Then everything seems important because it's happening to me and it's happening. So I have to deal with things and everything. This is important and that is not important, or right and wrong. But there's no one. Nothing is important or unimportant. It's only what's happening, and it's not looking at it. There's only what's happening. It's very simple and normal. We can talk about that, and it can be a sharing, there can be talking in the story, there can be anything. It doesn't matter what it is. There's nothing right and there's nothing wrong. So it can't be silly or it can't be wrong questions. It's what it is. And when there are questions, and there's maybe after 5 minutes the same question again, it seems like that. It's never the same. It's new. There's no time, so it's new. So it can be anything. So we start with a chat. I see a chat coming. I know this question might be stupid. Oh my God, no, of course not. Why do I keep coming back to these meetings when I know I can't get anything out of it? Oh God, yeah. I told myself today that I shouldn't come here because I know it's futile, and here I am. Yeah. Yeah, but that's it. You're not the only one. That's how things are going. When there's no one, then things go in a certain way, then that's it. It's not your decision. There's no one. So there cannot be any decision. There are no decisions. It seems to be like, there can be thoughts, and it seems like the thoughts are making a decision. Thoughts don't have any power. It's just thoughts. It's only thoughts. But they seem to have a content, and we believe they have power to, when there's a thought like I'm not going to do that it's really not going you're not going to do that. You don't know. Maybe you do, maybe not. It's not you deciding or not. It's like it's life. It's life that's going in a certain way, and then suddenly it's that. And it's not your life. There's no your life. So it doesn't matter when there's sitting in these meetings or there's drinking tea somewhere, then it's that what's happening. And it can be an idea of, oh, I want to understand it, or I don't need to understand it, or what kind of idea it is. It doesn't matter. There's so many ideas about what's important and how I should be and what can I do, and it's futile, so I won't go to these meetings again. But it's not only about that. There's something else happening too. It's energetic. It's energetic. Everything is energetic, you could say that. It's going like that. I don't know. There's no why. I don't know. There's only not knowing. I don't know why that's me asking herself, his, like, oh, why is it happening? Why is it going like that? I don't know. It's that, and it's not happening to someone. There's nothing happening. There's streets. There's a hand. It's not the whole person like Roes is doing that. No, there can be a front, there can be seeing a hand, then that's everything. And we fill in that the whole body and whole Rose personality is going there. It's only that maybe it's seeing feet, then there's only feet. The brain is filling in the gaps, so it seems like a continuation, because then there are a lot of gaps. There's no continuation. So that can be frightening for me when it's my life and it's going on like that. And then the saying, it really is exhausting sometimes, at least for me. Yeah, it can be exhausting because there's so much going on. You have to do the right thing. This is right. Is this wrong? A lot of thinking about what's right and wrong can go on. It's not your thinking. It's a drive somewhere. It's going. That feeling there's something not right can be can be so strong. It's not you doing that. There's no you. It's energetic. Everything is energetic. So it's chaotic. It's all that. It's going on. It's going nowhere. There are no individuals. It's just bodies maybe, or the front and then the cupboard, and then it's that. It's going nowhere. It's about nothing. It's circumstances are not real. And we are so into everything is real and solid, and I'm here and I have to do that. And yesterday I did that and I didn't do enough, so I have to do anything more. And it's going and going and going. It can be like that. It's not wrong. Then there's a lot of exhaustion and that's going on. Yeah, it's going nowhere, but can be like that. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is right either. And I was planning I was planning to say before the meeting what I'm have here on the paper. I have it in right next to me. I have a paper with everything I have to tell. Completely, no, there was nothing doing that. So now I'm seeing the paper and suddenly think, oh, there's some some things I would like to tell. Oh wow! So there's on my website there was some thing about on the one-to-one page there was something about that it's only during the summer break. That's not the right thing. It's when you want to do a one-to-one, you can write me an email and we do a conversation by Zoom or maybe Skype or something, or you can call me for just a short while. I don't charge anything for that. We just talk a little bit and then that's it. And I'm gonna say, yeah, thank you. There will be definitely someone going to one-to-one. Yeah, that would be great. And then we are going to Sacramento very soon. It's December, 1 till 3 December. So if you're maybe thinking about wanting to come, please contact me, and then you find the details on the website, but you can also write me an email about it. So that's it. Maybe, and there are already people coming to the residential in Germany. So the booking form is ready. So if you want to come to the residential that's in Germany, that's it's 12 June. It's in June, 12 till 16. So you can look on my website. Maybe you want to do that. Okay, that's what I want to say.
Rose?
Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Uh, Early questions. Like we talk about psychology, like psychological issues or problems or behavior, that kind of stuff. Like, um, does they stay for some people? I mean, is there like any difference anymore, like between, like, okay, I said before and after, but I mean, like, is it that do they still can play a role in one way or another, or I don't have an example. Like, what would that be? Like, I don't know,
Hmm.
a behavior
But
that
no,
maybe.
there are no issues because there's no looking at yourself. So the awareness is also gone. That's lost. So there's nothing busy with how do I feel and what is that, what is about that, or do I feel tension and what does that mean, or I'm insecure, oh what is that, or all that. There's no looking at it. So there can be tension or feelings, I don't know, but it can be there, but there's nothing going on about that. So there's only feelings. Yeah. So
Yeah,
there are no issues, of course. No.
yeah.
That's something in the story only.
So does for example, if there was like a behavior that would be considered like, like not done or whatever, so that behavior would falls away, or it just wouldn't matter anymore?
No, it doesn't matter anymore. It goes on. There can be not being very much. What I have is not very assertive like that. Somebody says something to you, and you don't say, "Oh, come on, go away," or something like that. You say, "I don't know." It's just like that.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
it's that when that's, yeah, that's going on. Yeah, so what? Then that's what's being said. Yeah,
yeah.
doesn't matter. There's no one. This is not Rose. There's no Rose. It's not like an idea that there's no Rose, and but it's, how do you say that? It's lived like that. So Rose is completely lost. There's no Rose. So there's no body of Rose. Yeah, they can be seeing the front or something like that. But there's nothing going on about that. No.
So for example, somebody would suggest, like, I don't know, think like maybe
Mm.
you, as an example, get angry very easily or blah, that kind of stuff, and somebody would suggest to you like to go to talk to someone. For you, it would be
Mm.
like, what is he talking about, or what does matter?
No, there's still an understanding.
No, but I
I
mean,
mean, yeah, but no, I don't need advice. Then
right,
when somebody say yeah, I don't
yeah,
need advice. Thank you very much.
yeah.
I don't know, something like that. Oh God, yeah, yeah, it can be.
No, I was just thinking about, like, when you look at society, like, okay, what is normal? I mean, who knows what normal is or not? I mean, but it's quite a big issue because there are so many, therapists and psychologists and psychotherapists, and I mean, there is all these labels, like what is all kind of symptoms and syndromes and whatever we made out of them. And sometimes I just wonder, like, is it just really just in the stories of the me, and when there is no me, that it just doesn't matter, or they just disappear? I mean, I think
Yeah, but
sometimes.
what disappears is that when there's no me and that's completely lost, there's nothing right and wrong. It's
Right, exactly.
completely lost. It's not like, oh, but everybody knows in a way, like there's no right and wrong, and people say that. Now, when it's completely lost, there's nothing going on about right and wrong. That when there's me, that's me is there's something right and wrong. So
Right,
when there's me going on and in the story and this is my life and things going on, there will be always something that is not satisfying and we have to do something about it. And there's something, there's something, that's part of that structure of me. Is there something wrong or right maybe, and in that sense. So that's when there's me, there's always that subtle or stronger. There's always that's part of that whole construct.
right,
So then there seems to be, oh yeah, but it's normal. I want to have a more comfortable life, so I do that. Yeah, it's the same story again, and it's so convincing. It's so convincing. I know myself. It's so convincing. Yeah, well, it's nothing wrong with that. When that's so strong, then that's what's happening. There's nothing wrong with that too. That shouldn't change. That's the same story again.
Like there's nothing to work on.
No. Also, when there's going to a therapist and thinking, oh, there should be change, then that's what's happening. That's not wrong. No, of course not. Then that's, when it's everything, and it's everything. It doesn't go anywhere and it doesn't heal anything, but it doesn't matter. When there's a feeling like it does, then there's a feeling like it does. Yeah? So what? It's very convincing. Then that's what's going on.
Yeah.
It's kind of arrogant to say that maybe going to a therapist, you don't need to do that anymore because there's no one. Come on, that's the same story again.
No, I was thinking more like if
Not
like
like you do. I'm not assuming
yeah,
that
yeah,
you
yeah,
would
yeah.
say that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I just wonder, like if there is no structure of a me anymore, if like other structures also falls away, like if it also like stuff that used to be like maybe like bothering or like nudging would also fall away together with the me, with the stories.
What falls that last one? That what
Like
also?
like like um like there's also many other stories falls away
Yeah.
with the structure of the me.
Yeah, but yeah, there can be thinking a bit. Yeah, most of the time it's only practical, but there's
Yeah.
not thinking about. No, not really. Sometimes, but very short.
Yeah.
Yeah, it falls apart. Everything falls apart. That's we are so thinking this is one part or one body, and there's I'm in that and doing things, or maybe losing everything. There's no continuation. That's you can't even imagine what that is like. It's very simple. There's not nothing to be afraid of. Yeah,
No, but it's very funny because I mean things are still disappearing. Sometimes there is this kind of fear, but the fear is not really clear. What kind of fear is it? It's like
yeah,
it's not clear. Today I was thinking like it feels like is as if I never like if I can't swim and then I'm entering like a swimming pool and then I have to swim and I don't know how to swim, like I just don't know. I don't have
yeah,
any saving band. I don't have anything, and like I might drown. That kind, but it's not it's like it feels like something I can't describe it, but like
yeah. It can be like that, a fear. In the
yeah,
story, you could say there's a fear of death, can be there. And that
yeah,
can be, and you can't even describe it and understand it. So,
no, no, no,
there can be a fear. Yeah, sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not like a fear that I can describe. It's not like clear what it is, but it's just there.
No, but it's also the fear is not real. So it's an apparent. So it's there and it's not. It's so then when things are when everything is more losing and not that strong anymore, also it can be felt like oh it's not that strong or not that solid, but it's something
Yeah,
else. What you can't even describe it. Yeah,
no.
that's it. Yeah, that's it.
It felt like more like that. It's very strange because I don't really care, but at the same time there's something else. I don't know what it is. It's like afraid that there's nowhere to go. It's like it's
Yeah,
like.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's it. Yeah,
But,
yeah,
but at the same time I don't care. But there is something
yeah,
else. Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
together. Yeah,
Yeah,
together.
yeah,
And then I'm thinking like maybe I have to go to talk to someone. Like it's very very funny. I mean,
yeah. But when we don't understand, it seems like, oh my God. But this is, yeah, this
yeah,
you can't understand it, and in a way, it's also not really. Yeah, there's a fear, but nothing to worry about. Also, in a way, so yeah, it's
yeah. So
strange. You can't even say. Yeah,
yeah, but I think like I mean while I'm talking to you, I'm just listening and to myself, and I just realizing that maybe like that we so much want to know what is happening, and like I can't describe what is happening. So there is like the feeling like oh maybe if I would talk to someone, like maybe something is wrong with me. It's like such a
yeah,
strange thing for
yeah,
me.
yeah. Yeah, and sometimes me is also fighting for its life. So there's the fear, and then that all those ideas can come back for a while, or not that strong, but maybe
Yeah.
because I need to know, or no, you don't. But
Yes.
can be, yeah,
It's exactly that, but it's not always very clear what is happening. So it's like,
yeah,
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 yeah, difficult to explain. So
yeah. But that's it. You can't
yeah,
explain. I can't explain that. So when it's going and what's happening, and I'm saying, wow, what can I say? I don't know. There can be a describing of a feeling, maybe, but not even sometimes a feeling. I don't even know exactly what that feeling is. I
yeah,
can't say.
yeah,
Doesn't matter, but yeah,
yeah. And it seems also to be like a change like in the way like the thoughts are like coming, because I used to have a very busy mind, very like a lot of stories and very dense, and now it feels like it's just getting like the thought like it's just getting less and less. So maybe it's also, I don't know. Yeah, it's just
yeah,
a
can
change.
be,
Yeah.
can be.
Uh,
Yeah, it loses its importance. So
yes. Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
trying to milk it out. That's
Yeah.
not so much. So yeah, that's the loss. And when that's loss, it's so difficult to describe because then, yeah, some things are already gone, and then how can you say it? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's funny because
yeah.
I don't even know who's fighting with each. I mean, who's fighting with whom? It's not clear.
No, it's also in the story trying a bit to explain it, but
Yeah.
it's not even a fight. No,
It's not needed, right? It's not needed to.
no, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. Thank you. Mhm.
Still swimming.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Still swimming. Oh God. Yeah. Mm. There's another. It seems like it's not my fear, but fear in general that this body interacts with by speaking, listening, writing, and reading, being in physical proximity with others that are in the story, desperate for one outcome or another. It seems it's that energy that leads to contraction. What can be done is not pick it up. Yeah, that's again a way of trying to deal with what's going on. It's it's fear. There can be fear. Oh wait, there's somebody has. Oh yeah, that's okay. The fear can happen, and then it's gone. So that it doesn't matter. It doesn't need to be addressed to and seeing like what's going on in that situation or in writing. Where when there's me, there's always trying to figure out what's the fear about and where's the fear, feeling the fear and what is going on and all that. There's only fear. It's not for you, it's not in you, it's not about something. It's only fear, a feeling. And it's even calling it fear can be also already something. It's that feeling can come or something else or watch on the table. It's the same. We're so into when there's me, when I'm in my life and there's something going on, seem to be in my life, and there are feelings. Feelings seem very important. Thoughts and feelings. We're always busy with that. A lot of that with thoughts or maybe feelings. But it's the table is as important as feelings. It's just a feeling that comes and goes, and there's a fly in the room. There's feelings and there's a body, and it's going nowhere. It's not about something, it doesn't have any meaning. There's nothing to figure it out or to not pick it up or things like that. It's a feeling there. So, and then there's something else. There's no one to not pick it up or to pick it up. When there's a feeling, I'm busy with it, and when there's a story going on like that, then there's a story going on like that. Then that's what's happening. There's there's nothing right with or wrong with that. I don't need to change. There's no need for change. That what's going on is it. It's already that. And what's so strong in when there's me in my life, and there's something should be like that. It should be not picking it up. It should be no me. So then I don't have that problems anymore. Or no, it should be not so many thoughts. Or there's so many ideas because that me is the feeling. There's something wrong. And there should be something else. It's already complete. It's that. There can be a lot of thoughts. This is not a meeting talking about how to live your life in a very easy way or gentle or happy. It's everything. This is saying it's everything. It can be a lot of thoughts, can be a lot of thinking. And that's it. That's the completeness. That's what's happening is it. It's not happening to you. When there's an idea of, yeah, but I have the feeling I did it, then there's that feeling or that belief. I did it. Yeah, can be there. It's not wrong. It's a belief. Can be there. I'm not knowing. This is not a knowing about what's going on. It's a describing. That's it. Nothing more than that. There's nowhere to go. It's that for no one. Another chat. All of this sounds reasonable, but when it comes to suffering, and I mean like people who are homeless or get cancer, I just can't help but feel bad about it. And it just seems like some people get more misery in their lives compared to others. One person can become a millionaire and the other can die from cancer. It doesn't make sense to me at all. No, nothing makes sense, of course. When there seems to be a story, that when there seems to be I am here and there's there, then they're seeing a world with all kind of problems and this is right and this is wrong. That's part of being me and in that belief and seeing the things like that. It's like coloring everything. So when there's me going on, when there's I'm here and this is my life and there's other people and I'm seeing that and all that, then there is right and wrong. This is separation. There's right and wrong, and there's suffering. But the suffering is because of there's someone. Because of there's someone. There's suffering when I have the feeling it's happening to me. Then and there's something wrong. I did something wrong. This is my life, and I have it's not going the way I would like it to go. Then there's suffering. It's part of me. Suffering is part of me, part of the story of right and wrong. When there's no right and wrong, when that's completely lost and no me, there's no suffering. That doesn't mean it's always ha 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 happy. No, it's everything. So there can be pain and there can be illness and there can be streets. But it's not about me. It's not about you. It's life happening in a certain way. Yeah, that's it. It's not happening to me. There's no me. There's no my body. There's no my life. You can't even understand what it's done. When everything is lost, then there, there a lot of times there seems to be still an understanding in the story. Like when I'm saying everything is lost, that seems like for Roes, everything is lost for Roes. No, there's also no Roes. And no other people, of course, no individuals. That's everything. There's no Rose. There's no life of Rose. That's talking in time, in continuation, and in distance, and I'm here, and this is my life, and da 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 da. No, there's a hand. There's speaking. There's sitting. There's a table. The table is not less important than the hand of Roes or something like that. No, it's the same importance. Or feelings, or a glass of tea. Nothing is more important than anything else. That's completely different than when we're living in the story and thinking about, this is my life, this is your life, you have that, and looking around and hearing stories of people. There's always nice stories, there's awful stories, there's all kind of stories. And then suddenly there's hearing this, and that it's not talking in a story. It has nothing to do with a story. It's nothing to do with someone or an individual. It, it doesn't see even the world. It doesn't see individuals. It doesn't see a world. There's no world. Where's the world? I don't see a world. There's no outside. Whoa. There's no inside. There's no distance. How can you imagine that? And suddenly it seems like a mystery. And then suddenly completely everything is lost. And it's like, oh, yeah, of course. Well, it's not a big deal. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. And then that everything's going on, but not for anyone. It's just going. Mm. And it can be pain, going to the doctor maybe, or being ill. Can be. Not having energy. No energy. Yeah. There's no justice. There's no responsibility or guilt. There's no one. Nothing is happening to someone. So there's no story. And it's complete. It's complete as it is. It's complete. Everything is complete. The feeling, sitting. It's tiny. When there's a story, it seems like, yeah, I did that, and then she did that, and oh, now I'm feeling well, not right. And when there's a story, there's always something going on about right and wrong, and there can be a suffering in that. No me, no story. It's completely lost. There's no continuation. It's new, and it's new. I wish I was there. But you are there. You are there. It's the same. There's nothing different. I'm not special. No. I thought it would be like that, but it's not. No. It's very normal. The only difference maybe is that there can be a saying, oh, I'm not there. That's that's it. Because what's going on, the sitting, the writing, the typing, is it. It's what we're talking about. That's already what's going on. So that's it. There can be a belief in something. And that's what's happening. That's complete too. It's different. There can be a difference. You can't say, oh, it's like that. You can't say that because it's everything. It's everything. So that what's going on, it's already that, a feeling, thoughts maybe. Yeah.
I just want to share something like that. That I used to have like a lot of guilt and blaming because they go together. Um, but I mean, there's very little left from them. But now it's like shame. Shame is something different. Shame is such a difficult thing because I didn't realize even that I had that
Ah, yeah, yeah.
until it sort of come to the surface because it's like I think it's the places like where you most like hide yourself. I mean, like where the me like sort of hide all that stuff that he doesn't really wanna. I don't know, not proud or like so. That's this is really like
Yeah.
I don't know if you had that. I have no idea, but it's like shame seems to be like the most difficult thing to
Yeah,
sort of.
but it can be like when there are a lot of things and a lot of tension, and maybe things are and falls away. Then
Yeah,
there can be maybe feelings that were, yeah, it's a story, but they were hiding, or they were not like, and it's in the cells, and then suddenly everything comes out. It's in the open, and there's nothing trying to get hold of it. It's that's lost, so it's coming out. All kind of feelings you maybe didn't knew they were there. So there can be all of that. It's a story, but it's like there can be anything. So it can be new in that sense. Yeah,
yeah, it was quite
yeah,
new, but it was
sure.
also very funny because I mean,
Yeah,
who would hide what? I mean, it was like,
yeah, yeah. But can feel like that. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, like
yeah, sure.
who's doing that? Like, why would I want to hide myself? I mean, yeah. So
Yeah, but yeah, it can even it can be yeah, it can be anything. There can be also feeling silly or getting very warm or
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. All kind of stuff. It's
yeah,
interesting.
yeah. And it goes on. That still goes on. I
Yeah,
don't know for a reason. Yeah, there can be suddenly like suddenly going very warm. Like, oh my God, what's going on? Move, get red. Yeah, yeah.
okay, like a Christmas tree.
Thinking, oh my God.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that can go on. And it's not yeah, I don't know. You can't describe how that is. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. It's all kind of it. It can also be angry or irritation or suddenly saying, "I don't like that what you said." I don't know anything. Of course, it's just normal. It's
yeah,
not
yeah,
like a certain way of no anger anymore or not all that. It's everything. So any feeling can come up.
yeah,
It's not yours. It's suddenly it's those feelings and can be there. Yeah.
yeah. But like when shame is getting less and less, it's actually really nice because you don't really care so much anymore. I mean, you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
But
more.
even shame, I don't care about shame. Then there's shame.
Yeah,
Yeah. So what?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Can be
yeah. No,
kind of.
but with shame, no, but with
Yeah,
shame,
shame is yeah, that's the feeling like I don't want to show.
yeah, but
Yeah,
it's like when you're like there is censorship. You know, it's sort of you're not really being yourself. Yeah, you just don't. It doesn't
yeah,
come directly, sort of. So that's interesting just to
mm,
watch. I mean,
yeah,
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 just interesting.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Interesting. Mm.
Yeah.
as somebody. Sometimes I thought shame has to do with the story. Yeah, you call it shame, but maybe that it's suddenly like a feeling like, oh, I don't know. Yeah, but that can be. It doesn't matter so much. There can be when a lot of things like the control is not that strong anymore, then some feelings come up that were maybe much controlled and you don't want to feel it, something like in its story. And then suddenly there's no control and anything can come out. So there can be shame like that. Still a story, of course. Yeah. I can relate to shame, said somebody, especially with close family members. It seems like the me is more attached to mum and dad. Hmm. I don't understand shame there. I don't know. Suddenly something going on about not being good enough or this is not right. Yeah. Yeah. What I meant there is when I do something that they didn't expect of me. Oh, it seems like they have a picture in their mind of how it should be, and then suddenly you act differently. Yeah, and they say, "Huh? What are you doing?" Oh my God. Yeah, yeah, and be like that. Yeah, that can still be there. That's just a feeling. Then suddenly someone does say that, and then woof, there's a heat coming up. Yeah, can be, and then it's going. Yeah. There can be any feelings. I don't know exactly the feeling or the name of the feelings always, but there can be any feelings that suddenly is there, and it's not it's not in the story, it's not embodied, but it's it's somewhere in space can be feelings. Yeah, that still goes on. It's everything. It's everything. So any feeling can come up or can be there, not come up. It's new. Yeah, feeling. Okay. Yeah. That what's lost also when there's no me is the whole awareness, it looking at yourself, it noticing what's going on and how do I deal with it, and that's gone. It's just not happening. That's lost. Doesn't mean that's better than when it's not lost. That's also an idea because when there's me and then there's feeling like, oh, that's too much and I can't deal with it and all, and I'm looking for something else, looking for maybe what's here said, like, oh, there's nothing going on, the whole awareness isn't there, I want that. Because when there's me, there's always wanting something else. So then it seems like, oh, what she has or he has or says about what's going on, that's what I want. There's always it's all that's what me is. It's always something else, somewhere else, something different. It can't be this. It can't be this. That's part of that whole me concept. You can't try. You can try. Oh, it's this. It's this. It's this. But no, already a trying, because it should be different than it was before. It's endless. That's so strong, that feeling. There's something should change, or what she does. I want to get rid of this, or maybe if that's not there anymore. Oh, it's so strong, and can be also very subtle. It's very clever. And the only thing what's lost is that all the going on, that being busy with that's lost. The rest, all those, how the body is moving, feelings, streets, any just that's the same. That just goes on. There's not suddenly a different life, or no. There's somebody say, someone had a naughty behavior. It seems that his body reacts on that. Yeah, it's energetic. Everything is energetic, so there can be a reaction. There can be a reaction on that. But it's not someone doing that, it's energetic. Everything is energetic. So maybe it's not conscious, but it's just going. Yeah. And somebody can seem very nice, and then underneath there's something going on, and then a response can be responding on that. You don't know. That's how it goes. Yeah. It's not you doing that. So there's no guilt or responsibility. It's energetic. So that's what's happening, apparently. Yeah. It doesn't go anywhere. It's that, and then it's already something else. Then it's drinking tea or a table. There's no continuation. There's no time. There's no life of someone. There's only life. And that's everything. Tables, streets, feelings, bodies. It's that. It's very simple.
So then dominant behavior, that's also no one doing that.
No. No, of course not.
No dictator.
Yeah, but there are no individuals. That's energetic. There can be very dominant, being very dominant. Yeah, can happen.
That can happen. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it happens. Seeing.
And then there can be a preference for no dominant behavior.
Yeah, but that yeah, it can be a preference, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't mean it's going to happen or not. It can happen, and then maybe there's a response or not, or running away. I don't know. It's
Yeah. Yeah.
it's energetic. And everything is empty. When there's me, then when there's a certain behavior, then that seems like, oh, I don't like that. That's, oh God, what is that? All that. Because when there's me, there's wanting to feel good or wanting to feel free or whatever. And then when there's no one, then everything is empty. And there's nothing more important than anything else. And there's no wanting to feel good about yourself, or all that is lost. So there can be a dominant behavior maybe, but it's empty. So yeah, it's, yeah, I can't say, but it's nothing is important, or not wanting it or something like that. It's difficult to say how it's going. It's empty. So there's maybe trying to get something by dominant behavior, but there's nothing to get. So it's grasping in the air. So yeah.
But could it feel like, for example, if somebody have like a dominant behavior, can it feels like not healthy or not correct or not right for you? That you sort of,
Yeah,
or you just
when there's
don't
some,
care,
yeah,
or
but well, it's grasping in the, it's can be dominant, but it's not. When there's no one, then it's grasping. There's nothing here, so then he's not dominant on me. No, there's no one, so
oh
it
yeah.
doesn't work. It doesn't work. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Because it sometimes does happen, and it's very fun because like you're right, yes, it can be very like it you really, yeah, it's a big story, it's a big thing, or it's not.
Yeah. There's no, then there's nothing going on. No. Because there's one thing to be confronting, and then there's
Well,
something going
yeah.
on. But then it's like, yeah. Yeah.
And also maybe because it's all get used to the drama, like we have to react, there have to be a drama and like
Yeah,
all this
sure.
stuff.
Yeah, but that's so strong. So that goes on because there's suddenly, when that's so strong, then that's going on, and then suddenly it's lost, and then there's
Yeah,
no nothing. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. It feels like power, yeah. But there's only power. Yeah, it's like when there's someone and then two someones, like say two, then it's like that. But yeah, yeah, of course, that can be like that. It's always about, I don't want that, or I want this. No, I don't want that. All that. It's the fight. Mm.
Hi, Rose.
Hi, hello.
Hi. Um, Thinking about feelings, um, they have, we put a label on a feeling that is just, and then that label sticks, but the feelings aren't always exactly the same every time you feel anger or every time you feel sad, or there's is they could be, there's no exact formula to those
Yeah,
feelings or whatever.
yeah, yeah.
And the other thing is that when I feel sadness, or I feel anger, or I feel whatever it is, or love even, or whatever it is, could be just a very different interpretation of that feeling. Or, I mean, it's like, not someone else may not have that feeling in the same way that I do. I mean, the
Yeah.
interpretation of
Mm.
the word, or, because it's just a word
Yeah.
that we put
Yeah.
on feelings.
Yeah. And there are a lot of that. There's a lot. It sticks a lot of things around. Yeah, about what it
Yeah.
is. And yeah. 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 A lot of ideas or remembering or yeah. Yeah.
Yes, yes. And they're, they're something that we really have such a strong belief in, like I'm feeling angry, or I'm feeling sad, or I'm feeling happy, or I'm,
Mm.
you know.
Yeah. And this I don't want, and this is not good, and this is awful, and
Mhm.
this is that's already
And
so quickly that's attached to that. Yeah.
yes, or shame is a really sticky one, because
Ah.
it's so insidious, it's not always obvious. Sometimes shame is
Mm.
it's just part of our, I guess, part of our
Yeah.
culture of trying to have parents having control over their kids. So they say you should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And
And it's
it's
just,
so embodied then, and then it gets normal. So it's not feeling a shame again, but like it's there are a lot of things around that. So it's so contracted in that sense about right and wrong, and it's so embodied also. So that's not even in the mind, but it's so acted in that way already. Yeah.
but they
Yeah.
can still, these feelings can come and go, even
Yeah.
for everyone. Yes.
Yeah.
And
But it's not for anyone. It's not in. We assume that the body in when there's talking in the story. Also saying it's embodied. So it seems like in the body but in the same time, and that's sometimes is that's confusing. The body isn't real, so it's not embodied in that. It can't be embodied. So it's the same time. It's not saying it's embodied because it's not in the body a feeling. It's somewhere. The body is also not solid and real, like there's something inside happening. No, it's the body is energy and feelings are energy. And sometimes there's a feeling, and sometimes it's more something physical, or it's that, but it's not
mhm.
inside or for you. No, there is no body. There is no yeah the whole it's not a whole body but inside, and that's so convincing. We're so yeah believed in that belief is so strong. There's no continuation. There's only that phase. That's everything. There's nothing underneath or above. That's also not there. It's an idea. Yeah, there's no
but
underneath.
uh,
There's only that
but
phase. Yeah.
but we were taught, or there was talk about it, about things coming, being at a cellular level,
Yeah.
when Sophie was talking about, feelings
Hmm.
coming out, or
Yeah. Yeah.
whatever, and you don't know whether why they're arising, especially when you seem to be falling away, and
Yeah.
suddenly there's all these,
Yeah.
it's
But
like
it's that
like
it
like
seems
opening
like
the opening
contracted.
the
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
like
Yeah.
opening the door and letting all
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
animals
That's it.
out.
Yeah. 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 The contracted energy is not that strong anymore, so the control isn't there, and then suddenly it can come. Yeah. Yeah.
They can
It's a
all just
story,
start.
of course, but it's something
Yeah,
like that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. And it's
it's
not
interesting.
happening in you. That's so strong. We're so like, oh, before it was like this and now it's like that. It's very normal to do that. And there's nothing wrong with that. But in the same time, it's not like that. It's just, there is no story. There is no before and also no after. There is nothing happening. There's no
Mhm.
development. That's awful because we want a development. No, there's no development. There's what's happening already. That's complete.
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's sort of like I want to when feelings arise,
Yeah,
I mean, in the story, I guess I want to look at them and realize that there's really no labels for them.
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. But that can happen, and suddenly it becomes more clear that it's like that. Yeah, sure, it can be like that. Yeah, and it's not then the attachment is not that strong. Can be not that strong anymore. But it is not about not being attached, but it can be so normal to be in that feeling, and then suddenly it's not that strong, and you think like, oh, what's going on here? Something like that can happen like that. It's so different for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, that that's amazing.
Yeah,
Thank you, Rose.
yeah. Thank you. Mm. Mhm.
You say something more about this is not a state.
This is not a state. A state is from someone. There's feeling, then there's feeling maybe uh, always there's only freedom, or there's no. I hear somebody saying like, oh, there's no anger anymore. There's only love. There's now a state of love. I'm in a state of love. I am in a state of love. It's not saying there's only love. That's something else, because then there's always someone in a state. So it becomes a bit special, I think. There's no state. It's everything. So it's very normal, and there's all kind of behavior and feelings. But how could I say it? The body isn't real. So it's that face can happen, or a hand, and we assume there's Rose or somebody else. And then she is like that, and she has this or that. That's how we think in the story about my life or her life or somebody else, or wanting this or that. And when everything is lost, it's it's like it's completely falling into pieces. I don't know how to say it.
There's a kind
There's
of
nothing left.
yeah,
Huh?
nothing. Yeah, that's what I felt. Nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
nothing left. So there's also no state, because that's some some way of living or something like that. That's for someone. That can only be with someone. Otherwise, it's everything. Just everything for no one. It's just yeah. There's no difference between me or something else. No, of course not. The state can be something special. Most of the time is a nice state, like love or, I don't know, free. It's a story. And how to get there is mostly part of that too. There's nothing to get. There's nothing to get. That's amazing. It's just that. It's already that laughter is it. It's just that. Like that. It's exactly that. That's it. Yeah, share. Hi.
Yeah, this cannot be something else than what this is.
No. Yeah, that's it. That it is that simple. Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
whatever will be, still we will be this. So
Yeah.
this cannot be something else. It
No.
doesn't matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's so, so simple, but that abstracting is so strong and so trying to make it's so quickly trying to make something else of it. It's just that it's because that feeling there's something should be there's something that can be so strong that's it. That's the only thing, and that when that's there, then that's what's going on. It's not nothing wrong with that. No. Oh. If this wasn't this, it would be that. Yeah. It can make silly things, and but it's so simple. It's so exactly what it is. But we try to make it into to naming it or to tell how it is or how you could name it or that's impossible. You can't the word this. That's just the word, but then how can you describe it? It's already different. So how can we describe what this is? It's impossible. You can say like, oh, it's a hand or it's that. Well, yeah, it's everything. So it's you can't describe it. You don't need to describe it. Why should you? What we are so used to do that as humans.
So it's even a headache.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can be there. Can be there. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and in the spiritual past, let's call it like that. When I saw a feather falling down, then there was most of the time something like letting go. Then I
yeah.
knew I ordered, yeah, then there was letting go. And so with this message, it disappeared. So, but today there was something like, yeah, yeah. Um,
Mm.
it was yeah, it was it maybe it's spiritual, and I thought yeah, that's also maybe that's also it also can be like this.
But what? Falling out, that a feather falls
No,
down.
today it wasn't a feather, it was like yeah, kind of a cat.
It was a cat.
Yeah,
Okay.
something like
Ah, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a story, I
No,
think.
it's giving meaning to something. That's
Yeah.
what's in the story. That's giving meaning to something. Then because that's looking for the sense of the sin of this, the sense of life. How do you say it? What the meaning of life? It's like, oh yeah, then there's a meaning in this and a meaning in that. Oh, it has to be like that or all that. Yeah, it makes it complicated
Yes.
in a way, and
Yeah.
it's confirming that there's me, and it's going better now because that what's happening. Oh, now it's going. I'm still. I'm feeling I'm letting go. Or so. Oh, it's so tempting and so. Yeah, you want to have something because that it feels so like when everything is lost. It's like, yeah, but there's nothing in the hand. There's no control at all, and there's everything is falling away. And then there feel sometimes then there can be that need or that feeling like I want to have some that there is still a development or it's going better now or something like that because everything is going away, there's nothing left. Yeah, but what is left then? And so that's that. Yeah, in that can be subtly there. It's very tempting and can be strong. Yeah, it's subtle. It's more subtle,
Mm-hmm.
but that's just a cat.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, there's a cat. Yeah, there can be a cat. Hmm. Or something else. But when that's using or that spiritual giving meaning to things and all that and healing and all that, but that when there's being into that, there can be that's so used to thinking that and used to all that energy and all those souls are used to. So then there can be some situation, then that's coming again. And that's still when there's that, but how do you say that? It's getting less, it's falling down, but it can still be there. That's embodied in that sense, you can say it's embodied. And the door, what Nancy said, the door is open and suddenly that comes out too again, because the brain was so used to that. You could say it like that. So that's coming on. I know that. I was thinking like, oh, there was something, can't even remember. And I was like, I used to have those cards to put a card and to read out what's going on, things like that. And I was like, oh, I can't put a card. I was like, what is that? And I forgot it after that. But oh my God, that was still there. So yeah, of course, those things can be very strong. Yeah. And it's this. It's only this. There's nothing happening. It's like it's going nowhere. It's already this. It's already what's happening. And there's no meaning in it. It's just that. It's new. It's new. It's that cup of tea. It doesn't need to be, oh, it's a cup of tea. It can be, oh, cup of tea. Or I don't know. It's everything. It's everything. It's when there's closing the computer, then that's what's happening. There's no need for anything else than that what's happening. It's already complete as it is, as it's going. And it doesn't matter what it is. It can be thoughts happening. There can be a lot of thoughts happening. Then there are a lot of thoughts happening. Then that's what's happening. There's nothing right or wrong. There's nothing wrong. It's what it is. It's very simple and one thing, you could say one. It's that. It doesn't, you can't follow it. You don't need to follow it. It's going by itself for no one. There's no one inside. It's empty. Everything is empty. It's an appearance, and there seems to be happening all kind of things. Then it's gone, and there's something else. It's going nowhere. There's no time. There's no before, no after, no consequences. It's this. Very simple and sitting. Just sitting. That's it. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Roes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh,
And
Thanks.
thank you, everyone.